everybody. Welcome in. Welcome in. Beautiful Saturday afternoon. Hello, Brandon E. Thank you for being here. Millie, thank you for being here. Hello, beautiful. Right. Rest in peace, Lori. Janice, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Let's see what we got going on here. Yep. When we've been following this case, Janet, for the 22 months. Absolutely. Dawn, hello. Rhonda, hello. Maria D, hello. Daily Tab, hello. Good to see you. Hello, LG. Good afternoon, Andy. Hello. Love you, Andy. So welcome in, everybody. I hope you're having a fabulous day. So if you didn't hear yesterday, Lori Page was found and her father was charged with unaliving her. Unbelievable. I just couldn't really take it all in yesterday. It was kind of a shock all the way around. If you'll remember, we're going to go over some of my lives with that. Hey, Bobby, Maria, Sweet Misery, honey, me and you, Sweet Misery covered this case too. Absolutely. She got me turned on to it as well when Nancy Grace was doing it as well and put it out there. Where did you go, Sweet Misery? Somebody drop her channel, please. And Betsy, good afternoon. Oh, you did not know, Sweet Misery. Oh, my God. Bless you, honey. Bless you. Yes, ma'am. Oh, I was as shocked as you're probably going to be today then. Thank you, Daily Tab. Thank you for becoming a member, honey. Thank you. Yes, ma'am. And he is in jail. He went to court this morning and no bond. That's what we're fixing to get into. Held without bond. Yes, ma'am. So I had my breakdown yesterday, and Sweet Misery, I guess you're going to have yours today. Yeah. Sweet Misery and me, we've talked about this on the phone. We have covered this. She has covered this, and we wanted that baby found. 12 years old. 12 years old. And neither one of us thought that the dad had anything to do with it. So y'all can say what you want about other cases. As you'll see, I'm going to play that call with the dad and had no clue. Beth, hello, welcome. I'm sorry if I'm skipping over anybody. I apologize. Yeah, I was absolutely shocked because, I hate to say it, but her mother is nuttier than a fruitcake. And, so yeah, I was absolutely shocked it was her dad. I'm going to see, it's still an investigation, of course, so I'm going to see if I can go to Tallahassee. And I remember I tried before to get the night when her mom came up there and they had the argument. I still would like to get those records. I didn't pursue those, but I would like to get those records. And anyway, we're going to follow this all the way through. What I would really like to do is pay him a little visit in the jailhouse, but I don't know if he can have any visitors. I'd like to look him in the eye and say, remember me? We spoke on the phone. Not once, twice. Oh, yeah, y'all haven't heard. I'm sorry. Well, I'm sorry. I'm absolutely sorry. Let me get on with this then. Well, if you missed yesterday, you'll have to go back and watch yesterday. But this is today's breaking. Father of Lori Page ordered held without bond. Andrew Wiley faces second-degree murder charges. Tallahassee, Florida. The father of Lori Page has been ordered held without bond. A hearing for Andrew Wiley was held Sunday morning. I think they meant Saturday. Today's Saturday. And I did call to verify that, but their records or their computer is down. She said call back in about an hour. But I think we can go on everything that the newspaper is telling. Yeah, her dad, sweet misery. Her dad, unfortunately, her dad. That's a shocker, isn't it? It was a shocker, wasn't it? Wiley is charged with the homicide murder, dangerous, depraved, without premeditation. In addition to the no bond order, Wiley has been ordered to have no contact with Paige's family, including her mother, grandmother, and her aunt. The Tallahassee Police Department announced on Friday, April 11th, that 12-year-old Lori Paige's remains have been found nearly 2 years after her disappearance. Tallahassee Police Department says her father, 36-year-old Andrew Wiley, has been charged with her murder. Lori first disappeared in June 2023. Below is a timeline. June 3rd, 2023, Lori Paige was reported missing by her father, Andrew Wiley. At the time, he claimed she left home with her backpack sometime in the night while he was at work. Summer of 2023 to early 24, detectives pursued hundreds of leads across the lines. Lori is never located, and the story provided by Wiley begins to show inconsistencies. February 2nd, 2024, a phone is seized from Wiley's residence. A forensic analysis uncovers questionable internet searches about remote areas with bodies of water in Alabama and Georgia, among other things. March 2024, as more inconsistencies in Wiley's statements are identified and new information about his relationship with Lori emerges, detectives shift their focus more heavily towards Wiley. Early 2024, based on digital evidence. Listen, Mr. Chris, it took almost 22 months, and haters, don't say that they should be in jail. It took almost 22 months for digital to come out and phones. Just saying. Based on digital evidence, began searching a remote bush-covered area of Thomas County, Georgia. Remember when I spoke with him? Well, we're going to get into that in a minute because I pulled it back up. Known locally as Plantation, multiple searches are conducted but yield no results. So at the time, they did search it. They had searched it once, but it didn't produce any results at the time. April 5th, 2025, following a prescribed burn that cleared heavy brush in the area, detectives returned to the plantation for another search. This time, they locate human remains. April 2025, the remains are processed by the Florida Department of Law Enforcement and positively ID'd as those of Lori Paige. Andrew Wiley faces second-degree murder charges. Chief Lawrence Reveal said, "This case has deeply impacted our community for nearly 2 years. Lori deserved a safe home and a full life. While today's arrest will never bring her back, it does bring us one step closer to justice. Anyone with additional information is urged to contact Tallahassee Police Department at 850-891-4200. And you can remain anonymous if you want to call Crime Solvers, which is like Crime Stoppers, 850-574-TIPS. And since some of y'all did not know this, I'm going to play, I have to do it on my phone because I didn't upload it. I'm going to play this press conference from yesterday and let y'all hear what they said.
I told you 2 years ago we would never give up. I told you 2 years ago we would find Lori and we would bring her home. I told you 2 years ago that we would find who did this and we would arrest them and bring them to justice. And today I stand before you to tell you we have done just that. So we have recovered Lori's remains and we have arrested the person responsible for this crime. So today with me is this group of amazing people that have been working with us nonstop on this investigation. It could not have come to the conclusion that it came to without this type of collaboration. So I'm going to take just a minute to thank each of them. State Attorney Jack Campbell couldn't be here with us today, but certainly they have played and will continue to play an incredibly valuable role in it. The Florida Department of Law Enforcement, again, just an essential partner. Assistant Commissioner Pollard, thank you, sir, for everything that you guys do. Zach Wilmer and ASAC Willis, thank you guys. Again, just amazing. Jennifer Camp is the lab supervisor who, again, the evidence that we found, they turned it around in 4 days. And again, that just doesn't typically happen, but that's the kind of collaboration that everybody put into this case. Nobody gave up on this case. And thank you. And that's what we're here to say. Pastor Ferguson has been, with us from the beginning, cheering this on, keeping it in the community, keeping it out there. We have Michelle McLaughlin and tell me Kairos. Who actually were the team that found the remains after multiple. We did several searches over several different locations, and again, just a magnificent team in that. Thomas County Sheriff Tim Watkins was instrumental in our ability to go into Georgia to do the things that we were able to do up there. The support of his agency for our agency while we were up there was just incredible. So thank you, sir, for that. That was amazing. And I can't leave out TPD's lead investigator, Jerry Mayman. So just a tremendous job. So with that being said, I'm going to read a statement, and you guys will get a copy of that. So after a comprehensive and exhaustive 22-month investigation into the disappearance of 12-year-old Lori Page, the Tallahassee Police Department has arrested her father, 36-year-old Andrew Wiley, on the charges of second-degree murder. Since Lori's disappearance in June of 2023, detectives have pursued hundreds of leads, conducted interviews across multiple states, examined digital evidence, and searched extensively across North Florida and South Georgia. The case evolved significantly over time, with key developments ultimately leading to Wiley's arrest. The following provides an overview of the timeline of events that we followed. June 3rd, 2023. Lori Page is reporting missing by her father, Andrew Wiley, and at that time, he claimed she left home with her backpack sometime in the night while he was at work. Summer of 2023 to early 2024, detectives pursued hundreds of leads across state lines. Lori is never located, and the story provided by Wiley begins to show inconsistencies. February 2nd, 2024, a phone is seized from Wiley's residence. A forensic analysis uncovers questionable internet searches, including queries about remote areas with bodies of water in Alabama and Georgia. March 2024, as more consistencies in Wiley's statements are identified and new information about his relationship with Lori emerges, detectives shift their focus more heavily towards Wiley. Early 2024, based on digital evidence, detectives begin searching a remote, brush-covered area of Thomas County, Georgia, known locally as a plantation. Multiple searches are conducted, but yield no results. April 5th, 2025, following a prescribed burn, they cleared heavy brush in the area. Detectives returned to the plantation for another search. This time, they located
in Georgia?
Human remains. The remains are processed by the Florida Department of Law Enforcement, again, like I said, in 4 days. and positively identified as those of Lori Page. This case has deeply impacted our community. For nearly 2 years, Lori deserves a safe home and a full life. While today's arrest will never bring her back, it does bring us one step closer to justice. This arrest is a testament to TPD's unwavering commitment to solving violent crimes and bringing justice to victims and their loved ones. Anyone with any further information into this case is urged to contact TPD at 850-891-4200. To remain anonymous, you can call Crime Solvers at 850-574-TIPS. Again, we extend our sincere gratitude to the many officers, community members, and partner agencies who supported this case. Your efforts help ensure that Lori Page's story will never be forgotten. Lastly, just let me touch on some of the other agencies that were also involved. The Tallahassee Fire Department, the Leon County Sheriff's Office, Leon County Schools Safety and Security Office, excuse me, the Georgia Bureau of Investigation, the Nashville, Tennessee Police Department, Tampa Police Department, Pasco County Sheriff's Office, Clay County Sheriff's Office, the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, Merrily Plantation in Georgia, and TriStar Canine Search and Recovery. Again, just some of the few. North Water Search Team is who you guys are with, so I should mention them specifically as well. Again, I cannot thank you all enough for the collaboration on this case and bringing this to a closure. At this time, we are not going to take questions. I will tell you that we will be available as the investigation continues. We will make ourselves available in the coming days to address some of those things, but at this time, we will not take questions. So thank you very much for being here.
So that was the press conference yesterday. That was the press conference yesterday for those that missed it. And then those coming in, thank you for being here. Those coming in, he did have court today, Andrew Wiley, and that was her father. He is charged with second-degree murder, and he is held without bond. I don't know when his next court hearing is because I called up there and their system is down. They said call back in an hour, which is not a big rush or big deal. I just wanted to make sure he went to court today, and I found out afterwards on the news he did go to court today, and I read that earlier. Held without bond, and he's not to have any contact with any members of her family, her mother, her grandmother, or her aunt, as we spoke of. And so that is that. Sorry, y'all. But yeah, I know it's a surprise to a lot of y'all. Yesterday, it really took me by surprise, and it hit right here. And it hit right here because I was not expecting that. He is Beth, and R2 Country Girl, hello, welcome. Yeah, what this world is coming to, oh my God, it is the devil's playground. You got that right, honey. These people have no morals, no nothing. And when it comes to their children, nothing, absolutely nothing. It's just sickening. It is really sickening. Looking back, I wanted to go back on some of the things and some of the stuff, especially speaking with the neighbors and all that. But it makes you go, some of the things. It makes you go, And then I'm going to tell you, I always from day one had the creepy vibes from the guy that come up on me there when I was at the house. And I feel like he's the one also that called Andrew and told him I was there. The only thing I can't find, I'm going to have to search for it a little bit more, is the second call, which I will be finding and putting that back out. When I asked him, hey, I come by there, but you had moved. I was going to bring you some flyers, yada, yada, yada. And I did listen to it today, but I couldn't find it again. And I tried to send it to my email, and I don't know what I did with it. But anyway, I got so much up here to listen to. We'll get into that another day. But I got the one call. The first call that's important. And we felt sorry for him then, or I did. I was like, no, he's got a heartfelt message out to his daughter, and he's young, and we feel sorry for him. And yeah, shame on me. Shame on me. That's how these people are. That's how these people are. But the neighbor, I don't know. I talked to him after he moved. That's the one I got to find. That's the one I got to find. I asked him why, and he was just all, he changed his job up there, and all that. But that's the one I also talked to the because see, I sent him the email first, remember? And the email he gave me had come back, and I talked to the detective, and she said she was so welcoming and everything. And she said she gave me a special number and a special way to get a hold of her, and she didn't know about him changing his email. And I told her about him moving. I can't remember. I can't remember quite sure if she knew he moved or not. But all that happened in February, and I'm not saying they started investigating him in February. They did start investigating him more in February. I don't know what it had to do with. I ain't saying it had to do with me or anything, but he told me that he had changed his job up there in February in Georgia, and he started talking about Georgia a lot, which that's on the border. So it's less than an hour away from where he's at, 48, 50 minutes, something like that. Yeah, you always look at the last person to be the victim. You hear Kate and Chris, you not is coming. Yeah. Hey, Lakeside Logger. So I don't know. It's just odd. A lot of stuff is just odd. So yeah. So let's see here. Let's see where I want to start at. Whew. Talking about this already got me nauseated. I hate to tell y'all that. Let's see. Oh, I want to show y'all this man, this guy. This is going to be out of order, but I'm going to show it to you anyway. Okay, I'll show you. Look, I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest with you, and I don't want to cast no blame. This is just my thoughts and opinions. I always thought this dude right here was creepy, and the way he ran over, and I just think either he knew or something. And later on, I found I think it was TikTok video with Andrew and him playing dice outside. I can't find that now, but I will. I'll go back and I'll try to continue to find it. But this dude right here is real creepy, okay? So he come running over when I was actually at her house. I wasn't going to her house, but you'll see, again, this is out of order, but one of the neighbors told me, kept saying, she lives back there. She lived back there. And anyway, so that's where I went. Just watch, okay? To me, it's just weird. This guy right here is weird, okay? I think this is his buddy. Let's see. Hold on. Let me make sure. Oh, here it is. Hold on. Okay, I'm in the back now, February 24th, I believe. I don't know what day it is. I'm in the back. Where this is where Lori lived. They said the very back apartments. Okay. See, I wasn't sure which is what she was talking about. The duplexes were the blue Mustang was, and they said that the guy moved out. That's a Celica. That's not a Mustang. Okay, we're in a whole other row of apartments. They didn't even know Lori lived in the house with the dad. I hope I'm going to the right place. So, yeah, here we go. Hold on. They don't
And I
live
wondered if that was her
anymore.
bike right there.
But
Because come to find out, the bike is where she actually lived.
oh, guys, I don't know. Okay, so this may be it. Oh, God, I'm scared.
Hey, Amy Lou.
I mean, I'm not scared. It's just scary talking to people about this.
I heard kids inside there too, so I wasn't sure where I was at.
There's no answer. So, I think I can leave this on the door.
All right, what?
Hey,
They come running over. It was two of them.
hey. Fine. Hey. Yeah, y'all know about her?
Yeah, she stayed there. I know all about the situation.
Oh, right here?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, did y'all know her?
Yeah, I did.
You did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I knew her father too. I knew her father more than her. I mean, she was a child.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I put it up somewhere.
Had she?
I think she put it up over there.
I've been on the other street over there.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Okay.
I didn't know. I didn't know exactly where she lived or anything, but
Yeah,
I heard
she
he
actually
moved.
lived right there.
They moved,
Yeah,
and
they moved, but yesterday, right there.
had they
They moved yesterday.
Have you heard anything? I'm from Panama City, so I didn't know.
I had two detectives come like back to back the next day and ask me questions about it.
Yeah.
But they ain't really.
Y'all
they
hadn't
didn't
heard
give me
anything or anything.
No.
I just heard in the last 24 to 48 hours they don't know if she's still in the area or not. But do y'all? I mean, your personal opinion. I'm just a YouTuber. Do you think I'm your person? You don't know.
It's such a tricky situation. I don't even know. It was weird the whole time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was friends with her father.
Some people over there said like they didn't even know she lived here. They did till like after she got missing. I mean, is that true?
They just wasn't paying attention. She was a little girl. She went to the bus stop right there. Bus stop. She went every day. So
yeah.
They just wasn't paying attention.
Nobody's paying attention.
Yeah, I got kids, so I'm always looking for little kids and paying attention to what's in the neighborhood because I have kids playing stuff outside.
Yeah.
So I come watch everything. And then this is an area where you're not gonna make a mistake and accidentally come in here unless you're looking for it.
Yeah. Well, so has anything like this?
One more?
Yes, sir. I'll give you a couple. Has anything like this
He
ever
asked for a
happened?
couple
Like,
more. That was kind of strange.
You know?
I don't know. He's
So
just
there's
weird to me.
like a couple, like, they ain't saying
That's his dad's friend.
Child pedophiles or something like that. And it's like, nah, man, I'm always on point.
Yeah.
Who comes in this neighborhood?
Yeah.
So I never seen
Yeah, who says it,
funny
Mama?
or anything like that.
Yeah.
You know, it's just a crazy situation. But if I do hear anything, trust me, I will.
Yeah.
Trust
All right,
me.
well, y'all have a good day. See you. Let's see, where did my car go? Oh. Y'all.
I wasn't buying it.
He said, so I don't know. Some people just don't want to talk.
I said, y'all, I wasn't buying it.
But this is the area kids, they say, went and played all the time. And, I mean, hey,
Y'all trying to get the hell up out of there. I said, y'all, I wasn't buying that. I really wasn't buying that. I wasn't feeling it at the time. They come rushing over there. You would have had to been there. They come rushing over there from out of nowhere. And the one white dude was on this side with his arms crossed. And this one is over here on this side. And I'm like, yeah, trust me, that is a strange comment. And at first he said, I don't know if you heard him. He said, yeah, he knows the little girl. And then he said, well, I know her dad because she's a little girl. I was like, okay. I was thinking, holy hell. I'm right over here in this corner. What in this shit? Yeah. And then he asked for more flyers. Nobody really does that. Nobody really does that. It was just off the chain. Yeah, y'all. Yeah. So, yeah, she was from Tallahassee, Dawn. She was from Tallahassee. All right, so let's see what else. I got a lot of stuff here. Hold on a minute. Oh, we don't want that one. That's the wrong one. Hold on. Shoot. That was the wrong one. Hold on. I was looking for pictures for and it popped up somebody else's. Let's see. Page search. Here's her local news, Channel 4. Okay.
Could lead to a recession. I think.
Now, why is that?
A live
there?
look at the White House on this.
3 people that were found inside a burned vehicle in Detroit. Well, tonight, Local 4 Investigates has uncovered some new information about the.
Okay, hold on. Hold on, I don't think that's it either. Hold on. Hold on, I don't think that's it. Sorry. Hold on. When I get too much shit up here, it goes whack a doodle. Hold on. Okay, we're going to go through this one. This was with her neighbors. Oh, thank you, Daily. Again, it's Saturday, 2024. I'm in Tallahassee and somewhere around this area. I should have played this one first, but where Lori Page went missing. There are a few people out, but I really don't want to talk, but I do want to talk to a few people. Let's see if they know anything. Lori or have seen or heard from her. And I do want to pass a few flyers out. I think it's very imperative that we find this missing little girl. Again, she is very important and deserves to be found. So I don't know, again, if there's anything that, I don't know if there was any cameras or anything like that up, but again, it could be, that she could still be around here somewhere. We don't know. There's a lot of apartments around here. So I don't know. Yeah, even the mom accused the grandma. That's right. Yes, I do, Amanda. I sure do. You're going to hear these neighbors right here talk about how the teachers was out there giving out flyers, and the dad just walked around there, didn't stop and ask them what they were doing or anything. You're going to hear that in this right here. I was just wondering if you heard about this little missing girl, Lori Page.
No, I ain't heard nothing about it. I know the guy had told us that this was over there, that she was around there, but she evidently left from around there and went somewhere else.
Yeah, so was she in this area? Is this where she was at, in this area? I'm going to give you this, my goodness, I'm sorry. There you go, this little flyer. You know, it's been on the news and everything, and I don't know if you.
Yeah, I seen her on my phone. I seen her on my phone.
Little lady was sweet. She wanted to help so bad.
Over there by a park. That's the last time.
Oh, by that park over there?
By the north somewhere, park.
Yes,
kind of park. They seen her near there. Probably after she left from around here, she must have went further out.
Yeah.
But they still kind of found her.
Yeah, I know it's sad.
But the first time, they said on the phone said that she was 12 block away on Continental Coast. That was around there when she first was seen. But the guy was telling us about it.
Yeah. Hey, I'm going to give you a flyer too, honey. We're just out here trying to find this little 12-year-old girl. I know you've probably seen her on the news, and I know she's from around here. And we're just out here passing out flyers and stuff for her today. I was up there in Cracker Barrel a while ago, and the little waiter said he's from Pensacola, but he's waiting tables up there now. Mm-hmm. And he said she does look familiar. Mm-hmm. And So, I mean, that is good hope because they don't think anything, like, they don't think she's deceased or anything. So that's a good thing, I guess. These days you don't know, but I'm hoping that,
She just don't want to be found.
she just don't want to be found. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. But,
Well, she probably might not want to be found.
yeah.
Cause on my cell phone, it was she was somewhere around there, but she probably might be gone further out. They said northbound somewhere over in Tallahassee by a park.
Yeah.
She was near a park.
Yeah.
That was the last time the PDP said they seen her.
Yeah.
Somebody said they seen her.
Yeah.
Over that way. Eventually, she'll show back up.
Yeah.
If she's still here in town.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
She ain't
ma'am.
gone out no town where nobody when she got further up.
I hope not to.
Yeah,
I hope not to.
Cause she was first time she was riding there. How long she been missing?
It's June 3rd. June 3rd.
I was on my phone. It said that June 3rd, cause she was riding there.
She gonna tell you about all the fighting
and
and
went somewhere
tell me
else.
about the
further out.
Mustang. Yeah, almost going on it. But they think that somebody is keeping her, wherever she's at. But how's she eating? She's 12.
Yeah.
She's 12, But is that normal for, do y'all see a lot of that around here? I mean,
she was, the first time she was riding here.
On Continental Court.
Like the phone said.
Yeah.
But then she must be left from riding here and went further out somewhere else.
Yeah.
So,
Well, we're going to go down by that park. They got a lot of little houses around that park and stuff. And
they said that they seen her near that park.
Yeah.
That's
She may be and now sometimes we come up. I'm from Panama City, so sometimes we come up and go to the park. I don't know something. I love that park. I used to take my little granddaughter there and walk around that trail there. And I've seen a lot of people just go up there and hang out, like just like sleep up there and stuff. But it worries me, this little girl. They say they have no footprints of her. They had took her phone away.
Well,
And so
no
she didn't
footprint?
have no phone. She didn't have no anything. So she's probably mad about that, too, if she run away.
Well, where's her mom and daddy?
Well, her daddy works at the correctional center at night, left her, and she was there by herself. And her mom had come. Her mom was in Tennessee. And so her mom drove up that night because she'd been staying with her dad, and her mom and dad got an argument. And so, I don't know if she got upset about that or not. But her mom's back in Tennessee, and I don't know.
She ain't trying to help find her poor child. I'll be looking for my child.
I know.
Tennessee.
Yeah, see, me too. I wouldn't have left. I couldn't be gone nowhere, and that's her only child.
But that go to show me that.
Yeah.
Just hoping pray she let the wrong person up in the house and they took it.
See, that's what I'm worried about. I'm worried about because she didn't have no phone and all that stuff, and she was upset. Maybe she ran away. And what did she?
Amy Lou, her father was charged yesterday with second-degree murder, and he went to court today with no bond. He has no bond, and he is ordered also not to speak to any of her family, not her mom, not her grandma, not anybody. Yeah, they found her body. Or they found her remains, I should say. Why not first degree? That, I don't know. Yesterday they said there would be more coming out. I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't get charged with more things, though. More charges coming. They always reserve the right to add more charges. So, that is a very good possibility. Yeah, for those coming in that don't know, she was found. And for those that don't know, they started suspecting they got away from the runaway theory. And they was working on this case, and they started looking deep to him in February. So they got more, information and stuff, and got another burner phone and got more stuff, and they arrested him yesterday. Things just were not adding up. Yeah. Yeah, it's very possible, Brandon. Brandon said Smiley to charge murder 1 must be indictment. And in my opinion, that's next. Yeah, because it can come, and they said there is more to come. So that is a very good possibility. So, all right, let's hold on.
She run away and then somebody bad got her,
Somebody probably got her.
So that's what I'm worried
I want her
about.
to hear the other neighbor that
But let's hope for the best.
She comes to me.
We're out here passing out the flyers and stuff and hoping we can do something.
A lot.
They got her all over TV now, so, we're getting the word out and just pray.
But her mama should be here looking for her child.
I understand.
She really should be here.
Yes, ma'am.
Back in Tennessee. Why are you back in Tennessee?
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Your child is lost.
Thank you. Thank you. Amen. Amen. Amen.
Yeah. What the daddy doing?
I'm sorry.
What the daddy doing?
Now the daddy's here. He lives here. And
I never
dad lives here, and I know that I think he really does. I talked to him on the phone. I haven't seen him in person, but I did talk to him, and he did really send out a heartfelt message. I think he is cooperating with them and stuff to her. I have a little YouTube channel, and so he did send out a heartfelt message, if she could hear him. He really does seem broken up about it and all that. But he works for the correctional center, I think, and he's got to be cooperating.
What's the mama problem?
Well, if you've seen some of her videos, just herself and herself, in my opinion. It's about me.
Oh, well, that's true.
Absolutely great work.
Yeah. So
June.
I don't know, ma'am. I don't know about these people these days.
They just need to keep her somewhere else where if once they find her, need to not, because her daddy work at night, she's there by herself. They need to keep her somewhere else safe.
Yeah.
Yep, Maxine.
Her daddy be working all the time.
Yeah.
So it might happen again if they do find her.
I agree.
So, yeah, they need to.
Now I'm gonna tell you something. Griffin Middle School. That's where her teacher was, and her teacher, Miss Summers, I think that's her name. She has to be a beautiful person. Now she has, I think, 10 fosters of her own. Maybe she could take, I don't know, but I just seen her on the news and stuff, and this woman is the one who's really got it out in the media and went above and beyond to get this pushed out for this little girl. So kudos to this lady. Kudos to her. So I hope if they find Lori, that's the little girl's name, I hope if they find this little girl that this teacher will really, do something and help her or help find her something,
Thank you. It's me, Jen.
She seems like a wonderful woman.
And I missed a couple of here. Let me see.
I know it's Saturday, so I don't know if I'll get a chance to meet her today, but I hope to meet her someday, because that has to be a good woman right there.
Lakeside Lawyer.
The little girl. The little girl.
You got that? Thank you. Woo, woo, woo.
Yeah.
Love you all.
You got a picture on your phone. Yeah. And that was
Thank you
another
so
thing.
much.
They didn't have very... Oh, look at that. Look at that, y'all.
I took it on my phone.
Yeah, I didn't video y'all, but I'm taping the conversation. But yeah, look, she's got a video of her on her phone. Isn't that sweet?
Yeah, I got a video.
See, that's the sad part. They didn't have very many pictures of the little girl, so I'm like, that's kind of odd, you'd think. You'd have more pictures, but...
Yeah, that's all right.
Oh, yeah, that's a pretty one. I love that picture.
Yeah.
And see, I hope they don't take the little dreads and stuff out of her hair, try to change her and stuff. I worry about that too. I worry about it.
Yeah, I hope they ain't got on no drugs,
Yeah, there's a lot of trafficking up here in
Her father.
That's what I was just gonna
Her
say.
father.
Ain't nobody got that because they probably force her
They get them kids and they sell them kids.
Yes, they do. They do. They force them to do a lot of bad things.
Yeah, go with them, away from them and everything.
Yeah. Well,
They don't sell them around here. They sell them to overseas there.
yeah.
I hope that ain't what's going to happen to that child.
I hope not too. I hope not too.
But I read it. I read it.
It is. It's more evil out there than you know.
Yeah, I read it. I typed it in and asked an update on that missing girl. And then that when they were telling me all this time about where she was over around there last year or over there. And then she went, and then they seen her over there by the park over there on Northbound, by the park up there near the park.
Yeah.
And stuff. That's what they were saying on the phone. They said that she had dreads on her hair and had brown eyes and she was dark and she was 120 pounds.
Yep.
They had all that on her.
Yeah. I wonder, it's kind of strange. Like the cameras and stuff didn't pick up, like when she walked away. They hadn't really said anything about that on, I mean, for a place like this, that's what I was looking at. I mean, you would think they have more.
And that's another thing. Isn't it funny how all these cameras do not pick up these children that's missing under their parents' roof? I went down to the end of the road where it's a busy highway right there. Cameras are everywhere. And I do want to point out, Lori has run away before. She's 12. I don't know when she ran away before. I don't know how old she was. Obviously, she was running from something. But here's the thing with that, okay? And here's what made me side-eye and everybody else. And I guess that's why he thought he would get away with it. Oh, she's ran away before. But here's the problem. She ran away before. And according to her teachers and everybody else, she went and stayed with a friend or something like that on the outside of the house or something, I guess so their parents wouldn't know, yada, yada, whatever. She was barefoot, okay? But guess what? She was a good student. She loved school, even at a young age. That's where she was the happiest at. Who else does that remind you of? And guess what she did when she ran away? Running away, right? You're running away. When you're running away, you don't want to be found. Guess what she did? She went to school barefoot. But guess what? They called her dad, and her dad come yanked her out of school and got her. Okay? So she got in trouble for that. BS. That should have been the first sign. She did not run away this time. I'm just saying. So after a little bit, her teacher came concerned about her. But anyway, what I'm saying is you're going to tell me there was no cameras up there? I looked everywhere. Lies. Just wait till you hear the rest of this. Just wait.
More cameras and do y'all have I know I don't see anything here, but more Ring doorbells and cameras and the lights up there and stuff like that, where they picked her up. You know what I'm saying? It's strange. I don't know. But, well, I won't keep up.
If she wasn't seen around there, somebody had to come through there and pick her up from somewhere up in here.
Yeah.
And took her where she had to go, because she couldn't walk way over yonder. She couldn't walk over there.
Yeah, and
somebody had to take her.
Well,
she
and
went
it
to
was
school
after
barefoot. That's how much she
it was
loved
after
school.
dark too, because he works night shift, so it had to be at nighttime.
Well, they probably was picking her up, taking her, and they no telling them they might be got her on drugs and stuff, and maybe she might, and somebody might be got her.
I don't know. Wait, what? Something's going on.
Could be.
It might be somebody near that park. If she was near that park, there's somebody around there probably got her.
Yeah.
In their house. They need to check everybody's house around up in that area and see that she is.
I just hope and pray that ain't nobody gonna pick that girl up and did something, took her out of town or wherever.
Yeah.
But the hurt part is her mom.
Yeah,
Her mama like she said, hell with her.
Yeah. I mean, it's really bad. It's really bad.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Like the lady said, Van driver said, the truth
Yeah.
will come out.
Oh, it'll come out. Yes, ma'am. Truth always, dark always comes to light. Always, always. Yes, ma'am. Well, is there any where else you could think maybe that she could possibly? I mean, where would maybe else that we could look besides the park?
That was the last thing when I read on here, because I was reading to her. That was I said. They said she was on 12 block Continental Coast. That's Ryan there. She was Ryan there because the guy right there was telling her that she used to be Ryan there. So she must be caught a ride from Ryan Hill somewhere, walked up that road somewhere and caught a ride.
Yeah.
And went over there by that park.
Yeah.
That was the phone just was telling me something about that park.
Yeah.
That she was near that park, some kind of park. She was near.
Yeah, I know where that park's at.
Yeah,
I'll definitely go over there.
She was near there.
Yeah,
She
that
must be left
makes
over here and
sense.
went there.
Yeah, that makes sense. And that's not too far from where the guy at the Cracker Barrel is either. If you go the other way, so that makes sense.
Not yet.
But that's by the interstate too. That's not far from the interstate. That's what worries me.
Almost scared to know.
Somebody had to pick her up.
Yeah.
Because she couldn't walk there. Somebody had to pick her up.
Yeah. Okay. Well.
Somebody knows something.
Somebody knows something.
Oh, somebody knows something. Well, listen to me. I don't know if y'all heard or not, but they have put out a $15,000 reward. So, and get that word out too, because, and it may go up. That's just with being within the last 24, 48 hours that I've heard that. So,
But they need to do something about that during month.
Yeah,
they sure do.
She don't care nothing about her daughter, and she birthed her.
Yeah,
she don't care
she was
nothing
from
for.
Tallahassee.
Yeah, but she ain't the only one. I'm working on one now in Tennessee that's 5 years old. She's been missing 2.5 years, and
There's a lot of children were missing on there. What I seen, white people, white girls, and everything were missing on there. I seen
all these,
and I seen some white girls were missing on with her.
Yeah.
I said, dang, they got some white people, white girls too.
Yeah, they do, man. They just they're missing them all. They don't care what color. They don't have no race. They don't care.
They don't care.
They don't
Georgia,
care.
a place called the
Like
Plantation.
I said, they be trafficking people to
Yes,
get
ma'am.
About 40 minutes, about 48,
Yes, ma'am.
less than an hour.
Yeah, they do.
A girl either
From-
somewhere around here.
It was like
somebody
Thomasville,
got
Georgia,
her.
I believe.
They done got her and took her somewhere out of town. The truth gonna come out.
Yeah, it will.
45
Well, I really
minutes.
appreciate y'all talking to me.
Right
I
outside
didn't want to
Tallahassee.
out. I didn't want to take up your time or anything, but thank you so much. And hopefully they'll find her. And don't stress yourself. But if they do see something, please say something. Or call. There's a tip line on here.
That's one thing he gave me, a gift.
Call it in a tip anonymous, or just let them know if you think you see the little girl. There's nothing that.
Well, you probably
Too silly.
let you go. Sometimes you go around there and ask, some people around there. She might have went to some people's house around there.
Yeah.
Ask some of the people around there because she was around there.
Okay.
So you ask some of the people around there.
Just right up here and then okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ask some of the people around there. They probably might have seen her.
Yeah, they may even know her.
That's where she was when on this phone here. That's where she was. They said she was on Kissimmee, 12 block Kissimmee, Coke. So that was right there.
Okay.
So if she left from right there, left from right there, and went up that way, and she was down by that park, away from that park. Somebody had to take her to that park.
Yeah, they had to get her to the park.
On the phone said that the girl was at the park on this phone.
Yeah.
Well, I know they said on the phone that she was right, on Continental Coast. Well, she lucky got picked up somewhere, and they probably took us away from on the interstate over there.
Yeah.
But the 12-year-old girl, that was coming on my phone.
Yeah.
And I typed it in. I asked about the missing girl. That was on my phone.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I don't know where she went from there, but I know they're trying to find the little girl, and I hate for the little girl to be lost like that.
Yeah.
I hate for her to be lost like that. I know she's 12 years old, but I hate for her to be lost like that.
I know.
But I don't know where she
Hey,
went
honey.
there.
You want one of these?
I don't know where she
Okay,
went
this is
there.
the neighbor that come down to
Heard
me.
about her or seen her or
I know all about it.
you know all about it?
They said she was near a park.
Yeah.
On the phone, you know,
Yeah.
I was typing it in, and you know, trying to find out
Yes.
what the girl looked like.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
that's when I took pictures of her.
Yeah. Yeah. What's the last thing you heard?
So I live right here.
Oh, you do?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And, you know, every day I watch her get off the bus.
Oh.
She gets off the bus with about 3 other girls.
Uh-huh.
Those girls stay there, hang out, play, whatnot.
Yeah.
She walks straight right by that white truck, cuts through the grass, and right by me.
Oh, okay.
I see her every day.
Uh-huh.
That's the only time I've ever seen her.
Oh.
You never see her any other time.
Oh.
The couple that used to live next door to her didn't even know she lived there.
What? Now, which house does she live in?
She lives behind me.
She lives
It's a
behind.
little circle back there.
Oh, there's a
and
circle.
She lives back there.
Nobody ever knew she was there.
Nobody even knew she lived there.
Oh, my gosh.
She didn't come outside and play. You'd never seen her. The people that live next door to her.
Who else?
They live in duplexes.
Yeah.
Come on, this is time. They didn't even know she lived there until this. They didn't even know she lived there.
Yeah. Yeah.
But have you seen or talked to the mom?
I've seen her on Facebook. I haven't talked to her, but I talked to the dad on the phone.
This is what the dad told me when the first teacher came out handing these out. And just so happened the dad passed by. He didn't come looking for her. He didn't come door to door asking people, have you seen my daughter? He didn't say anything, nothing. But this day he stopped, and I'm like, are you serious? He came to one of my birthday parties a couple of years ago.
Listen.
You know, you speak every day.
Yeah,
He passes by my house every day.
Yeah.
You know, your daughter's missing and you're not looking for her?
What?
But when I just watched the mom and her little speech that she had to say finally, so her mom was part of like a child trafficking or something.
Oh.
And was not supposed to have anything to do with them or whatever. But when she came back to get Lori, the mom was here.
That was the Brooklyn lady. That was Lori's mom's mom was part of a trafficking. Oh, okay.
But I'm trying to figure out. So she made this statement, you know. So how does nobody know where she is?
Yeah.
I think so.
So that's why
the mom and dad know where that girl is.
Yeah, that's why they're not worried, and that's why that's why the mom keeps saying Brooklyn, and the dad knows where she's at.
No, they all know where Lori is.
And then that's
they
why
know what they've done with that girl. The mama didn't want to take care of her. The daddy basically got stuck with no choice. Okay.
Some things are starting to make sense now.
They know where that girl is. The mama and the daddy know where she is.
Oh my God!
There's no way in the world you could tell me that a 12-year-old little girl just disappeared in this neighborhood.
Yeah,
There's
they're
little
close.
babies that run around all the time.
They're
back
close.
Here.
These duplexes are close, y'all.
There's so many people all day long, all night long, walking these streets, walking their dogs. There's a park down here where people go to exercise all day, all night.
Yeah, they were talking about.
There are people all day, all night.
Yes, ma'am.
You cannot tell me that this little girl just disappeared.
Yeah.
And if she ran away, wherever she ran away to, should be seen by now.
I mean, she has no food.
Somebody would have seen her by now. Somebody would know something.
This is the first time I've wanted to say this, but she's big.
The mother tried to blame the grandmother.
Yeah.
I mean, you've seen
She's
her in
a happy,
person.
thick girl.
Yeah,
Yeah.
120.
I walk around here every night, and don't nobody never mess with me.
Yeah. I mean, she's a big 12-year-old.
Yeah.
She's
short, but she's stocky.
Yeah.
She's thick.
When I be in the house, you know, sometimes I heard noise and all that noise coming from cars and stuff, but that was over on the other side of the apartment. But I don't know if she was there or not, but it was a lot of noise and it was a lot of screaming and laughing and stuff in the car.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you know, the car. But I don't know what was going on. All I did was look out the window and I seen the car over there on the other side of the apartment over there.
Yeah.
There was a lot of noise in the car and everything.
Oh,
I
wow.
just don't understand, how is it she went missing in June, and what is it? How
Yeah.
many months later?
Yeah, it's 8.
Now?
Yeah. Yeah.
She's being looked for?
Yeah. And they said thanks to her teacher. And I mean, I didn't even know about this until like a week or two ago.
It's only just now.
I'm here from Panama City, and you know, I'm just like, and I've been on this probably day and night just because I've heard about it. And I'm like, what? You know,
No police have been around asking people. Nothing has happened. Her teacher.
yeah, her teacher. I was just telling them, her teacher has to be some good lady
Yeah.
to get this all started back.
Police came and asked us, and they came and asked me and her, did we see something? It was it Golden House or something? And they asked us, had we seen a little girl? And
He
we
was
said,
a
no.
CEO.
And they said, who?
Or no,
That
not
house is
CEO.
loaded up, and they
Corrections
were thinking
officer,
that was
sorry.
his house, 'cause
Corrections
they had
officer.
the lock on it. And
Uh-huh.
then they looked at Mr. Mike's house. I said, no, it's Mr. Mike's house, because he looked around there on the window. They seen that it was the thing was chattering. So they said, who house that voted up? I said, that's Mr. Mike. The man was used to live there.
Yeah.
And then they went to his house, because they had one of them, you know, one of them locking when they go to come in and fix the apartments up.
Yeah.
They had one of them locks on. They was at his
Yeah.
house.
It's the mailman. I'm trying to
I
think.
told about Mr. Mike, his house, because they seen the chatter curtain and stuff broke
Yeah.
down right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
And so they
Yeah.
asked
People
me
don't
that.
realize it's a whole nother set of apartments back there.
Yeah.
That way she
I'm
was.
gonna go back there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go
There's
back.
two little girls. Two little kids. These kids must be, maybe the little boy might be 2, 3, maybe a little older.
That must have been the one I knocked on the door. They were there by themselves.
They run around all.
Oh,
The
wow.
mama don't care nothing about them. They run around. They come all the way up here. Little bitty kids.
Yeah.
And they're out all day, all night, half the night.
And nobody said,
They're not
Wow.
gone.
yeah. And nobody took
Said they're not gone.
Wow.
And listen, between these ladies and me in my apartment,
Yeah.
we're always outside.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
always outside.
Yeah.
Day, night,
I almost.
early morning. I go to work at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yes.
I'm always out here. These ladies are out here all the time.
Yeah.
There's people out here. This guy over here is outside.
Yeah. Well, not when we pulled up, there was people out over here, which they still are. She was leaving. There was somebody out over there.
Yeah. People are always sitting out. There's a park down the road.
Yeah.
Okay. There's a whole exercise thing. There's a dog park down
That's
there.
what. Yeah.
There's constantly people. Constantly. Okay. The bus stops are right here.
Yeah.
Ocala Road is
Yeah.
one of the busiest roads.
Yeah.
You know, you can't tell me this little girl just disappeared.
Yeah. Yeah. How did y'all find out that the Brooklyn lady, the mom's mom, how did you find out she was in the trafficking?
So when Lori's mom got on and made that little statement that she made, that little talk that she had, she was mentioning about what her mom did to her, and when she was young and her mom took her.
Okay.
My mom sold me. So what do you think?
Okay.
Wait a minute.
Okay, because see, I probably missed that one. Because see, I've skipped over some of hers, but she's got. Don't she have that?
Yeah.
You know that.
Yeah. She don't care
You have
nothing
to
about
see.
what happened to her
Yeah.
daughter.
She don't. She
that lady
don't. I'm
care
telling y'all,
nothing.
she don't. That
You
lady
can't
don't.
tell me that not one tear. I don't care how hard
Her
you are.
mom
Yeah.
was wild
I
on
did 13
YouTube,
years in
too.
prison.
Yeah.
Okay, don't matter.
She
I
don't.
done been there. I done things.
Yeah.
But if one of my children came up missing, I'm going berserk.
Yes, and normal people do. It's life. It's real life. You know,
Yeah.
it ain't the things that you've done, it's what you've learned from, and you know the real life, and you do. But then you get people like this that are just so freaking cold and evil, and it's like, oh, well, I'm a scientist, I'm a this, and I'm a that, and then, but this, and honey,
and the father
this.
doesn't want anybody to know because he works at a correctional facility.
Yeah.
And he doesn't want anybody to know what's going on.
I mean, you know, hell.
What?
Yeah, what are you talking about?
I don't care where I work.
Yeah.
My child is gone.
Yeah.
They know where she's at.
Yeah, they know where she's
Can't
at.
tell me they
She's
know where
convinced
she's
it's
at.
both of them.
Yeah. Yeah. They know where she's at. Wow.
Yeah. So if you come, there's a little street.
Okay.
And you go up, and there's a whole bunch of, it's a circle. It's a whole bunch of apartments.
Okay.
When you come almost right where her apartment is, right next to there, that's where she lived.
Okay. So
It's
even.
I stay where that blue truck at.
Yeah.
But the rest of them on that side and over here is some over right there.
Okay. I'm trying to wonder.
Right there.
Yeah, even if I go about this and I just go up and I mean, you know, and I want, you know, say, hey, are you, if he answers here.
I don't think he lives there anymore.
Oh, he don't live there?
I don't,
Oh, did
he doesn't
move?
live there anymore, does he?
Who that?
The dad?
What dad?
Lori's dad.
Oh, Mikey? Which one the was
Next to yours.
Oh, you talking about with the silver truck?
No, he used to drive a white Mustang. I think he moved.
Oh, he moved from where the girl
He was a little short dude. Stocky dude.
Oh, you talking about the one on the end there? With the girl? I mean, he was a Mustang, like the dude in the lavender car?
Yeah.
He moved.
He drove a white one. Yeah.
He moved. He moved.
Oh, so
There's
see,
somebody else staying there now.
why,
Somebody else staying there.
yeah,
He
wonder
been.
why he moved right
Yeah.
after she got
Right.
vanished. Okay, hold on for a minute. Hold on. Hold up. This ain't right.
It was like,
She been gone 8 months. Your daughter's missing and you move?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. What if she comes back home? She's 12.
Right.
It's not like she's freaking 5 or
They used
6.
to be fussing all the time because I used to see the police down there.
What?
Right there by her window.
People.
He used to come there because he was standing out there waiting, and the police were asking him questions and told him stuff. And then the girl in the white truck, she had stopped coming over there, and then she started right back.
Yeah.
She started right back coming. I didn't even know that was the little girl, dad, and mama.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I cannot believe.
And the thing, where's the Tallahassee police at in this?
I don't know, but I'm going to go by there.
What the hell?
Yeah, the police
freaked out over that. They and them done left days after Sebastian was gone.
And he stood there, and then he came up further and came back by my truck. And then he went back over there.
Yeah.
He knows, and I know, and I know that's all that
I
matters.
don't know what he was saying about what the girl had told him not to tell him. So he after they left, he left out.
Oh, wow.
They used to be at it all the time. I
Okay.
didn't know that was his dad and
Thank you,
mama.
Leslie.
They used to be at it all the time over there.
Yeah. All right. So let me get this straight. The night she went missing, or the day she went missing, you seen her. Was that the day?
I don't know if it was the day.
Or it could have been the
I
day
would
of.
see her almost every day on a
Okay.
regular basis.
Come
Get
here.
off the bus.
Come right here on this corner right here. What's the name of this road right here?
That's Ocala. This is Continental that we're on.
Okay, this is Continental, and that's Ocala. And you would see her there. And
Yeah,
come,
right up past the big white chiropractic sign.
Yeah.
Right up there, there's a bus stop right here.
Yeah.
And the kids would get off. There'd be about three other girls and a boy. About two boys.
Uh-huh.
The 3 girls would stay and they'd play. She'd come right down, right past, on this side of the grass. She'd walk down the hill, right past the white sign. She'd come right past the right truck, through the grass, and to her house. She wouldn't stay and play, none of that.
And she would go right back there, and behind here would be her house. 8 months ago, y'all, and they done left. They are gone. The dad is gone. He done left. Oh my God.
Yeah.
this woman right here, she come up. What is your name?
Tracy.
Her name is Tracy. She come up while I was talking to these sweet ladies right here, and I was kind of scared to come up and talk to them because I'm like, oh, I don't know. I'm not boots on the ground a lot. I usually am behind my desk. I'm Smiley Stories World. If you ever come on there, I'm cray sometimes. But this little girl, I'll tell you what, I was just like, you know what? I can't believe that this is just now getting out. I just can't. And the teacher, and the teacher got it out to Nancy Grace. I love Nancy Grace. She gets pissed. I get like her sometimes too. And I know a lot of people don't like her, but I also get heartfelt on this. And I'm like, I got to go up there, and I've got to pass out flyers. I got to see what I can do. There's no reason why. I got 4 grown boys. I got grandkids. What if it was mine? What if it was yours? Normal people would not be sitting in Nashville, Tennessee, which is where I'm originally from, by the way, which this case was like a blessing to me because I'm right here and I still have family in Tennessee. So if I need to go there and speak to Miss So-and-so, I will.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't like her attitude because I can get that attitude too.
Yeah.
You know, why are you
got a
not
real
able to get it?
attitude.
Now this blew my mind. I just talked to the dad on the phone the other night. Mm-hmm. I did feel like he gave Lori a heartfelt message at the end, but I could tell he was kind of covering for the mama. I could tell that. But when you told me this, I may be giving him a little buzz back since I can't just walk my butt right around there and talk to him. Right. I am blown away. I had a cousin that ran away and got killed years ago. I won't give y'all my story. My YouTubers they probably sick of me telling that. But it's a true story. And I gave a heartfelt message to Lori. Please call your mom. Please call your dad. If you hear this, please go home if you run away.
Yeah.
Because if she's run away, you know, a boyfriend or whatever, she needs to go back home.
Yeah.
You know.
But she didn't run away.
I don't think now.
I
don't think now she did.
The way the teachers talk about how she was at school, she was to herself. You know, you could see when she get off the bus every day. She didn't stay and hang out with the other kids. She went home.
Yeah.
The teacher said that's how she is at school.
See, and her dad tried to say no, she was not good. Like the teacher said, he told me that there was a little more, like she got in trouble on the bus or there was this or that. I was kind of having a little bit of trouble with that because her teacher said she was so good.
Yeah, the teacher said the exact opposite. There was like 2 or 3 of them out here, but they said the exact opposite. That she was real quiet and kind of alone at school or whatever. She had friends, but she didn't hang out like that. She wasn't cool with everybody or whatever. That girl.
Did she like?
They know where she is.
Sometimes when they getting in the car, cause she went to the same place where he was, cause they had on the same shirt and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, she went with them, and so he drive his car sometime, and then her car be back there, and his car be back there.
Yeah.
And so, but I ain't never seen the girl.
Yeah, she stayed by herself at night, all night.
And he be spending the night with her, and she comes over there to his house.
Yeah.
And so, but I ain't never seen the girl. I had never seen the girl.
The couple, there was a younger couple that lived there. Until the teacher came, they didn't even know that little girl lived there. Right next door to them.
Wow.
Like, you got to be kidding me.
Well, you used to keep the girl locked in the house or something?
I don't know.
Because that's what I asked him. I said,
he was always at work, and the mama didn't live here.
No, she came over sometime and visit. I stayed all night over there.
Right.
And they got a little bad argument. And then he sent the police over there.
See, I think the night that it was the night that she come up missing, or either the night before, and the police had to come and make her leave. But I couldn't find anything where they took her to jail. I could be wrong, and I am requesting those records.
Yeah, he came over. The police came over there and talked to him right out on the outlet.
Yeah. They got in a bad fight.
But it seemed like it to me, both of them involved in it.
Yeah.
She used to be parked all on the grass, on the side of the grass. She used to pull right on the grass. And I said, I hope they don't get my spot, because I'm going to go and knock on the door and tell them they got to move.
Yeah.
They didn't never get my spot. He didn't either.
Yeah. My goodness. I'm gonna pull around there, and I'm gonna see. I'm gonna just kind of get a feel of where she was and which one was hers and all that. And Man, thank you so much for talking to me, and thank you for coming. Yeah, thank you for coming over and telling me.
I didn't mean to come over
I
here.
feel
That's
sorry for you.
Thank y'all too.
I couldn't have a feeling what you.
I am so glad. Yeah, and I was kind of scared to come up here at first. I mean, I didn't know because I don't want somebody saying, "Oh, get off my property." You want to talk with that? But I figure anybody be helping.
Everybody
You
was
know.
so welcoming there.
Yeah, she
Everybody.
had 2 pictures
Not
on
only
her phone
there, but
already.
in the parks,
And
in the
then up there,
stores,
we go at the
everywhere.
park somewhere, that northbound
Police
park.
station. I had
Yeah,
to the
and
police
I'll go through
station.
there and look, and I'll go to all them houses up there.
Yeah, first, and then she went, somebody must be picking her up.
Yeah.
She couldn't walk with her. This time, that girl ain't around here, but she was still right. They would have found that girl.
Yeah.
There wasn't been no found
Yeah.
by now.
Yeah. Oh, I can't get over it makes me so upset now. I mean, I may have to rethink this whole thing, and
It's just sick.
with him moving.
Why weren't the police more involved when this first happened? The police, whoever, the sheriff's department, somebody should have been more involved when she first became missing.
And because they thought she ran away. I mean, it doesn't matter. She's 12. Where's she going to eat? Where's she going to sleep? It doesn't matter if she ran away or she didn't. Where is she? She's a minor. She can't do the things an adult does. Where is she? It doesn't matter. You know? If she broke the law, you'd be knocking on that door.
Right.
I don't care if she was 12. I don't care if she was 8. I've seen them handcuff 8 years old. You'd be knocking on that door for mom and daddy, wouldn't you?
I wonder why he jumped up and moved. He moved. Yeah. The guy going, he gone.
Yeah.
Gone.
Yeah, that's odd. He failed to mention that the other night.
Yeah, well, like I said, it's still come out.
Yeah. It'll come out.
They ain't never
Oh, thank
seen the
you.
girl
You
get
got to
in
be
the
real
car
with
them.
these
They
people, you
always
know?
go
You got to
walk
be
somewhere.
real
I
with
said,
them.
I did not know he had a door.
Yeah.
He was staying right there. I thought they was them two. I ain't never seen nobody get in the car with them. It was always them.
Yeah.
Always them.
Yeah.
At that moment, good or bad,
Yeah.
whichever side. I'm not
Well, I
being fake
thank you
with them.
so
I'm being as
much. I'm
real as
going to
I can
have
be
him
with
drive. I
them.
guess we can drive around there, right? Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much. Thank you, ma'am. So, y'all, we're going to drive around there and see, and I'll get another video going here. I really appreciate them talking to me because I got a lot of insight information on that, and it's very sad to even.
Yeah, that was, yeah, either way, would you do some of his trial? Oh, I'm going to do all of his trial. Absolutely. I'm going to do it. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm going to follow this case to the end. You can believe that. And I'll probably be back up there snooping around. You can believe that. I want to look at if I can find that first call I had with him. Oh, here we go. Remember again, he's young. They've done everything they can think to do to locate her. To the family's plea. We'll get there in a minute, okay? Yeah, well, during that time, yeah, years ago, kind of keep her name in. All right, let's see if this. When I go there, I'm gonna definitely check it out. It's just kind of that kind of got. Let's see if we're fixing to come up on this call. The camera thing, I'm surprised they don't have any of that on her own footage. Yes, there's lots of flea markets. Hold on. We're going to listen to this now. All right, here's the call. All right, Let's see. I hope I get it right.
Well,
Lord have mercy.
Maybe I was calling somebody.
Let's just listen.
He's in here, though. Don't worry.
Lord have mercy, please. Oh, shoot. Hold on. I know I was... Okay, let's see.
Oh, Lord, what is that?
Come on, please.
Thank you, Lorraine, y'all.
Hello?
Hello, is this Mr. Wiley?
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, this is Tammy. Smiley wrote you an email and you wrote me back. How are you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. I hope it's okay. I called you. I just now got your email a few minutes ago.
Yes, ma'am.
I hope it's okay. Is it okay if I record you?
What is the purpose of being recorded?
I was just gonna, I'm recording. I have a YouTube
He said, what's the purpose
page,
of
and I
being
just
recorded?
wanted to talk to you about Lori, if you don't mind. But it's totally up to you. I don't have to. I just wanted to talk to you about kind of some things. I noticed you really wasn't out there in the news or anything, and I just found out about your daughter recently, and I'm a small channel. I just kind of wanted to pick up on Lori and kind of keep her name and face out there, and just kind of wanted to know, like, maybe what happened the last time you saw her and what was going on and stuff like that. Get your version, basically.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. I'm just being very cautious because, it's a whole bunch of crap going on. I've been working with detectives.
I totally listen. Yeah, I totally understand, and you're more than welcome. I didn't know how I had put it in my email, but you're more than welcome. I didn't know if you wanted to, come on my live or just do it on here or just talk to me off or let me just, tell them however you want to feel comfortable.
But he gave me his permission, so that's all that matters.
Me. I just basically, what I wanted to do, I'm in Panama City. I just want to tell you that. And I hope to come up there very soon and just kind of help. Maybe if I can put my own feet on the ground. I did tell him I was going to come up there very soon. Kind of help look for her. I have 4 grown boys, but I have grandchildren too, and I would want somebody to help look for mine. I hate this. I really hate it. Whether she ran away or something happened, I think she deserves to be found.
Well, from what I can tell you, like, people, it's a lot of false information on the internet. Like, I don't say nothing because it's like, I talked to like 5 different detectives already.
Yes, sir.
So it's like, I had talked to 5 different detectives plus a forensics team that came to my house and like they did the whole DNA thing throughout the whole house.
Yes, sir.
So I don't know, it's just a lot of false information, mom or whatever. And like I said, when I called the police, like, she was gone. You feel me? Like,
yeah.
But that wasn't the first time she ran away.
Yeah.
That was the second time for me. So the first time she ran away, I called the police. And I talked to the first detective. And we talked, so we thought she was probably over a friend's house. But I didn't really know none of her friends like that because she just go off to school or whatnot. Either I'll be at work when she go to school, or I might be home. It just depends. But I ain't really know her friends the first time she went away. But even then, looking the first time, she was like the first time she ran away, she was sleeping in an abandoned apartment building. So it wasn't even her friend. So we were looking like, what the heck? She was like what you doing or whatever. But that happened, and then the mama came. So this is what people don't understand. The mama called the police on a wellness check. And the police came to the house. Lori was watching, she was watching some anime. I don't know, show or whatever. I was in the room, and the police came. It was like, hey, we're checking on Lori. And I was like, what's the reason, whatever? They said her mama was doing a wellness check. And Lori was right there because it's like the door was like right there in the living room. So Lori got mad.
Right.
Lori was like, what you doing? Like, what you doing? You chilling? And so I opened the door. I was like, come on, like, I don't care, like, whatever. And she came in. Lori was like, you know, she was like, whatever. She was over it. And the police was like, all right, well, I see there ain't nothing going on, so I'm about to go. She said, I'm sorry for wasting your time, whatever. I was like, all right, it's cool. Like,
Don't you like how they start, they just talk.
Went back to the room, and then the woman popped up. Mind you, I don't know if she there. She just be popping up at the crib randomly. So she came, and she was like, she want to speak to the daughter. I was like, well, why you just ain't call her? Like, you can call me anytime. You feel me? Like, it don't matter. And she was like, I just want to speak to my daughter. I was like, all right, well. And she was talking to Lori, and Lori was getting upset. So I came outside while they was talking because Lori was starting to like yell at her mama or whatever. And it was a lot of back. But see, the miscommunication was people thinking me and Miranda was getting into an argument, but it wasn't me and Miranda. It was Miranda and Lori getting into an argument, and I had to tell Lori to go back in the house. You feel me? And then, so I told her that, and then Miranda was talking crazy, all type of crazy stuff, telling me she don't kill me. I was like,
I don't know. Pretty on the
so that's when I called the police again. I was like, y'all need to come get the girl's check. And that happened. But Lori was getting
trouble. She was gone one day.
Previously, like, she was already building up, like, getting in trouble over and over and over and over. And I was telling her, I was like, children like me, you know, I gotta be able to trust you when I'm gone. You feel me? Like, I'm gone, we gotta hold it down because it's just you and me. You know, she was getting in trouble, and then I was just like, man, I'm about to see going out to like military school or boarding school or something, didn't get in trouble. And so she went into her little funk or whatever, and I remember seeing her pacing around the crib. And I'm telling her, I was like, what you doing? And then she told me, she was like, oh, I'm trying to figure out why my mama don't love me. I mean, a lot of stuff she tell me, I don't be having an answer for. You feel me? So
It's got to be hard for you as a dad, you know, not to be.
He said she told him she was trying to figure out why her mama don't love her. So, yeah, notice how he associates by saying her name that connects to the mother, but not to him. Right. Right. Rewind and listen to what he said. She was already, and then he stopped like somebody else we knew. Okay. Hold on a minute. Let's see.
For grown boys, but I have grandchildren too,
I
and I would want somebody to help look for mine. You know, I hate this. You know, I really hate it. Whether she ran away or something happened, I think she deserves to be found.
Well, from what I can tell you, like, people, there's a lot of false information on the internet. Like, I don't say nothing because it's like, I talked to like 5 different detectives already.
Yes, sir.
So
You
it's
talked to
like
5 different
I had
detectives
talked to
already.
5 different detectives plus a forensics team that came to my house and like they did the whole DNA thing throughout the whole house.
Yes,
so it's I don't know, it's just a lot of false information, mom or whatever. And like I said, when I called the police, like she was gone. You feel me? Like,
yeah.
But that wasn't the first time she ran away.
Yeah.
That was the second time for me. So the first time she ran away, I called the police. And I talked to the first detective, and we talked. So we thought she was probably over a friend's house, but I didn't really know none of her friends like that because she just go off to school or whatnot. Either I'll be at work when she go to school, or I might be home. It just depends. But I ain't really know her friends the first time she went away. But even then, looking the first time, she was like the first time she ran away, she was sleeping in an abandoned apartment building. So it wasn't even her friends. So we were looking like, what the heck? She was like what you doing or whatever. But that happened, and then the mama came. So this is what people don't understand. The mama called the police on a wellness check. And the police came to the house. The lawyer was watching, she was watching some anime, I don't know, show or whatever. I was in the room, and the police came. It was like, hey, we checking on lawyer. And I was like, what's the reason, whatever? They said her mama was doing a wellness check. And lawyer was right there because it's like the door was like right there in the living room. So lawyer got mad.
Right.
Like, what you doing? Like, what you doing? You chilling? And so I opened the door. I was like, come on, like, I don't care, like, whatever. And she came in and was like, she was like, whatever. She was over it. And the police was like, all right, well, I see there ain't nothing going on, so I'm about to go. She said, I'm sorry for wasting your time, whatever. I was like, all right, it's cool. Like, I don't care, whatever. But so she left. I went back to the room. And then the mama popped up. Mind you, I don't know if she there. She just be popping up at the crib randomly. So she came and she was like, she wanted to speak to the daughter. I was like, well, why you just ain't call her? Like, you can call me anytime. You feel me? Like, it don't matter. And she was like, I just want to speak to my daughter. I was like, all right. And she was talking to Lori, and Lori was getting upset. So I came outside while they was talking because his lawyer was starting to like yell at her mom or whatever. And it was a lot of back. But see, the miscommunication was people thinking me and Miranda was getting into an argument, but it wasn't me and Miranda. It was Miranda and Lori getting into an argument, and I had to tell Lori to go back in the house.
She wanted to blame it on.
You feel me? And then
you want to blame it on her daughter, his daughter.
So I told her that, and then Miranda was talking crazy. All type of crazy stuff, telling me she gonna kill me. I was like,
I don't know. Put it on the
so that's when I called the police again. I was like, y'all need to come get the question. And that happened. The lawyer was getting
she was gone one day.
Previously, like she was already building up, like getting in trouble over and over and over and over. And I was telling her, I was like, like me, I gotta be able to trust you when I'm gone. You feel me? Like I'm gone, we gotta hold it down because it's just me. She was getting in trouble, and then I was just like, man, I'm about to see going out to like military school or boarding school or something. Didn't get a trip. And so she went into her little funk or whatever, and I remember seeing her pacing around the crib, and I'm telling her, I was like, what you doing? And then she told me, she was like, oh, I'm trying to figure out why my mama don't love me. I mean, a lot of stuff she tell me, I don't be having an answer for. You feel me? So
it's got to be hard for you as a dad, not to be able to answer that. For her mom. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't even know what I said, but I know I gave her a hug because she was crying. Mm-hmm. I was like, you gotta chill out. I think I was like, oh.
Was that a half truth?
I think I was telling her, like, you don't know what adults go through, you feel me? Like, sometimes adults just be messed up, you feel me? You don't know what they go through or why they think they do.
Right.
So, I told her that. And then, I think after that, she was just, like, she normally quiet. You feel me? Like, if she at home, she quiet. She was chill, she sit in the corner, she probably be on YouTube or watching TV or whatever. She don't really say much.
So the teacher said, the teacher said she didn't get in much trouble at school or anything. Was it just at home she was getting in trouble?
She got in trouble at school.
She did, Trina.
Like, she almost got kicked off.
She deserves so much more.
He was going to permanently suspend her from.
He said, because he said that she would cry, and no, like I could have did. Yeah, she was crying, but he said that she would ask him things like why her mom didn't love her and stuff like that, and he didn't know how to answer it. Typical. I told him, yeah, he didn't know how to answer things like women would know how to answer. So she would go in the corner or sit down and cry. That's what he was talking about, SL. So I told him, I said, they said she didn't get in trouble at school. And he said, he's telling now about, well, she got in trouble on the bus, and she got in trouble. It was more her friend doing something, but she got in trouble. That's not true. She did get in trouble because there's a lot of misconception out here. And you're going to hear him tell now how the friend lit a fire or did something and she was there. So I asked him, I said, well, is she more a follower? And he said, yes. So that's now not good either, but just here we go.
Like getting on the bus, because her and her friend like lit a fire in the grass or whatever. And the bus driver saw it. And the bus driver told the school, and I had to come in and get her. And Lori, like, she won. So, like, Lori feel like whatever she do, like, she ain't really wrong. She always been like that.
Yeah.
So, even when, like, when she was younger, when I first had it, she was always blunt. So she was just like, yeah, we did it. And, and I think her friend did it, but she was going to take the blame. And I was like, what you doing?
She was going to take the blame for her friend.
You can't be around people like that. So she was getting in trouble, but, it just depended on what it was. But, yeah, she was doing the most.
Was she more of a follower than a leader?
Yeah, she. I used to have to tell her that, like, no, like, you gotta, set your own path. Like, I used to have one talks with this girl, like, do this, do that. Like, don't worry about that, you feel me? And,
yes.
I even now think about it, just like, dang, like, I should have did more or showed more. Because I used to talk to her a lot, like, this is what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
You feel me? So.
Yeah. How long did she stay gone the first time she ran away?
She was gone, I think, for about a day.
Yeah, because she went to school the next day barefooted.
And they found her at school. And then that's when we was like, yo, where you went? Like, we were looking for you. And that's when she showed us the place or whatever. And we even talked after that. Like, I was like, what you were going to do? Like, we ain't had no place to go or whatever. But she said it. Like, she wasn't coming back. You feel me? And even that first time, so I don't want to, like, make people look bad. Like, people know how bad Miranda is and my family, but the world don't know it.
He's still trying not to make her mom look bad.
Like, Miranda even said it. She was like, yeah, that's what she do. Like, that's exactly what she do. I told Miranda, I was like, yeah, you're childless and, musical or whatever. Miranda was like, yeah, that's what she do. And, like, it's just, she like to do that or whatever. And, I was like, well, damn, she, you're killing me now. Because, Lori, it's a whole bunch of stuff, man. It's a whole bunch of stuff.
I watched some videos with Miranda, and that's her mom, right? And
I'm not trying to cast blame on anybody or anything like that. She just seemed so nonchalant about everything as far as her daughter's concerned. And she blames a lot. I mean, from what I see, this is just my opinion, on you and Brooklyn. Now, is Brooklyn her mom or your mom?
That's her mom.
That's her mom? Okay, so they don't get along either, evidently. But I guess she's blaming the missing part on her mom and you. But like, she's just so nonchalant. Like, she's saying the police has asked her for DNA, and she won't give up her address and stuff, and it's wow.
So look, so when she was missing, I was telling her, like, she's missing again or whatever. She kind of just brushed it off.
Mm-hmm.
So mind you, I'm working with Detective Drake.
Uh-huh.
I'm working with her. Like, everybody says she's been missing for 8 months and supposed to be doing that. But I'm working with Detective Drake.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know what she was doing, but I was working with her. I was talking back and forth with Detective Drake. And that's why I say it's a lot of false information on the internet. Like, the first month, the forensics team was at my house. I did 2 DNA swabs.
Mm-hmm.
The forensic team sprayed down the house to see who was blood and all that crazy stuff.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that. Now I don't believe that.
And I kept, asking, like, oh, well, did y'all go check on Miranda or whatever? They was like, no. So I don't know what they doing. Like, even I'm starting to think, like y'all tripping. Like, I don't know what y'all got going on right now. So that's my whole thing. But they saying it just was dead, but it wasn't dead because we were still looking. Like, everybody, like me and my family, at least. Now, her family.
Retha, he was just saying that he was working with Detective Andrew and Pennington, I believe. I'm sorry, it is hard to understand him. And he said that early on, they came out and sprayed his house, I guess, with the luminol or whatever, and took 2 DNA swabs. And I don't believe that now because, first of all, it would only take 1 DNA, in my opinion. But now they may have took 2 for whatever reason. But the luminol, I don't believe. No, because you know why? Again, they thought she was a runaway. Even Ellie said that right now. They just started backing off the runaway theory in February. So. Oh, exactly. Absolutely. Yep. Hey, Little Red. Hello, everybody coming in. Yeah, the mother blamed the grandmother, which is her mother. And so, because now what we learn from the neighbor, one of the neighbors is, and then not only from one of the neighbors, evidently it is in Miranda's, the mother, her post in Facebook that she had been trafficked through her mother when she was younger. So it was just no big deal. Hold on just a second. I'm going to make this a little bit, I think, hopefully easier for y'all. I don't know. I don't know if I can or not. I probably can't find it on here. Darn it. I forgot what she goes under. Gosh, why is it not under all my stuff? See, this is why I can't do nothing unless I absolutely. Her, what is her mother's name? It's not under Miranda anymore. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I don't know. I'll have to find it and put it out there. I seen it last night. I don't know why it's not in my stuff, but if you go under her Facebook and you watch some of these clips, my God, oh my God, you're going to say, it ain't Smiley. It ain't half of this group here. You're going to understand what we all meant. You'll understand. If somebody knows, whatever, but please give them, you don't bother them is what I'm saying. Just, but if you can find it or somebody can find it while I'm on here, just let me know again and I'll drop it. Also, her mother is Brooklyn. Well, supposedly her mother was always gooching it up over at the father's house. And evidently, supposedly, allegedly, that is why Miranda, the mother, was pissed off too, because Andrew was always hanging out with her mother. Okay? So the night before, allegedly, she went missing. Miranda lived in Nashville. Miranda drove up here to Tallahassee, and they got into a huge fight. The cops were called and everything. He's blaming it on Miranda did a welfare check on her child. But he says also in the same breath before that it was Miranda and Lori that got into a fight and he had nothing to do with it. Of course he's going to say that. Okay? So now we know all that was a lie. But from the neighbors, they were back there fighting and arguing, and the police was called. I will check an old email. Let's see. Okay, let me see. I think I remember that. Let's see. Uh-oh. Let's see. Let's bend back. Let's see. Don't see it. Hold on. I'll have to check and see if it went into my spam because I don't see it right here, but I am going all the way back to 2003. I don't know. 2003. I'll look for it. It's probably in there somewhere. God only knows where it's at. God only knows. But yeah, but so they were having a fight. But I still want to get that on that night to figure out what happened. I need to go in there and get it where I can do the email, what that lady told me. Because I did, but it was an open investigation. They still may not get it because it's an open investigation. But the night before, I would like to know why she drove all the way up here from Nashville, but then she left. It does. It does, don't it? Very eerie. She should give up that DNA.
May not have been searching on their behalf, but it's a lot of history between like her whole family and like, cause I even asked the grandma or Miranda mama, can she help me? But like she said, she was like, Miranda mama was like, she went away a lot. Like Miranda, not Miranda, but Lori liked to lie. Yeah. Lori liked to spin things off and do stuff and get wrong. So everything I was learning was new because I never actually had Lori. I had Lori when she was 5, and I think I had her this previous time.
So do you have split custody, or do you have full custody, or?
It was split when I got her when she was 5, because
he's had her since
she was 5. Miranda was Baker acted or something like that. Yeah,
something crazy.
And foster care took Lori. Okay. And then I heard from like the sheriff department or whatever. So I ended up going back and forth from Miami to Tampa to try to get out of foster care. And then like at the end when she went back with Miranda, we had split custody. But that's when she took her like and left Tennessee.
Okay, so now if I'm not mistaken, and you don't have to say where or anything, but I know not Lori, I apologize. Miranda thinks nobody can know, but Miranda is now in Goodlettsville. Am I correct on that?
She where?
Goodlettsville, Tennessee, Nashville.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I can't. Like I wouldn't even know. Like she like
he's still kind of protecting her. And I felt like he was protecting her. What I'm saying is, why is it that she drove all the way to Tallahassee? I guess it's not a better question. The night before, to argue with you or Lori. When she also has a video out there saying, "Hey, listen, I owe all this money. I'm getting evicted." The mom. She drove all this way. Is she just like not right in the head? I mean, that's just.
No, well, I don't know what she's doing, but see, I know Miranda got a friend who's like in the city outside of Tallahassee. Because I picked Lori up, I think from Lake Worth once. I don't know if it's Lake Worth. It was somewhere close by Tallahassee. It wasn't that far, but I know she got a friend. I don't know like how her life is.
Right.
I don't really keep up with her, but I know she's able to move around. And I mean, she married to whoever the girl is she's been talking to for a long time. So I don't know their situation, but I mean, if you wanted to come down to me, I mean, the first time she made the way, she didn't trip. She would be like, all right, whatever. There's another phone. So, I mean, it could be plenty of reasons to, why she didn't do something. But she came down and, like I said, she had a friend, and I think a town over or something. Yeah. I don't want to say it's that, but I know it's like, you going east. But she just pulled up, and I'm just like, well, what's going on? And it was tripping, like, she was mad, but it's a lot of stuff that happened that even I'm unaware of,
So Lori basically wanted to stay in Tallahassee with you. Is basically the situation.
She didn't want no cause.
Okay.
That hand down. Yeah, I don't care how much I'm gonna tell her. She ain't want no cause.
Yeah. Well, that makes kind of more sense. Okay. So, do you remember what Lori was wearing the night that she left? I mean, I know she could have changed, but do you not remember what she was wearing?
No, I mean, you talking about 8 months ago. I don't know. I mean, all I know is she was laying down in the bed, you know, because I work from 12 a.m. to 8:30. So, I mean, she be in the bed. She do that every night, though. Go to bed, go to sleep, you know. I come back. It's like a routine. It ain't nothing special about it.
They say they didn't have any digital footprints, so she didn't have a phone or anything.
She had a phone, but she got her phone taken away when she was doing dumb crap at school. You know, pulling out her phone or whatever. I'm just like, bro, like that ain't what it's there for. You know, it's there for emergencies if you need me. You know,
so how would she get a hold of you if there was an emergency, like if you were at work at night?
If I was at work at night, I would assume she was home. You know, because she should be asleep.
Right. But if
I can't speak in this area, I mean.
So, but y'all didn't talk about, like, is there a neighbor or something that if something were to happen that she could go to, or if there was something like, do y'all, because I know in Tallahassee, like, there should be ring door cameras or, like, that's a pretty busy area, CCTVs or anything up there. Did y'all check all the cameras or the police or?
Yeah, they checked the cameras of the neighbors. I had one neighbor, but, you know, like, he could have been there or he could have been gone. So, I ain't gonna speak on his behalf, but it is cameras around there, or it is doorbell cameras. I was in the process of getting one, but I ain't gonna get one. But I was in the process of getting one, so it just.
Nobody saw anything unusual, I guess, because they said there was just absolutely no footprint of her anywhere. And that, you know, really disturbs me, you know, personally. But they say they think, you know, she's still alive and everything. So I guess that gives you hope.
I hope she's still alive. Because, like, you know, everybody, you know, talking about she did. Like, that's.
No.
I ain't trying to get good right now.
Yeah, no, sir. I believe,
he said he ain't trying to deal with that right now.
Alive too, because that's what they were saying the other night. She's still alive, and you know, I really want to put her out there and get her name and face out there and do whatever I can to keep her alive and hope somebody saw her. That's definitely what I want to do. And I know you know that I'm not that far from you, and a lot of people here come here, and it's spring break and back and forth, and I want to put flyers and stuff out here too. And who knows, a lot of people, juveniles and stuff, you know, come here just for that kind of stuff. Maybe, you know, it could be possible she could be here. You never know. But I'm definitely gonna keep my eye out. I want to ask you one more thing, other than whatever you want to tell me. But I want to ask you one more thing, and I don't mean to sound cruel. I just want to ask you this on kind of what I saw on, and I'm just kind of, maybe I don't mean to be judgy on Miranda, but I have to. So, do you know if her mom had any? And I'm not saying it towards you. I'm asking for a reason. Do you or her mom have any life insurance on her?
I don't got life insurance on her. You gotta ask mom. I don't know if she got life insurance on her.
Okay. And the reason I was asking, sometimes even if the dads are allowed to carry that or have made to carry that through child support or anything, sometimes even the moms can get their hands on it. And so, not saying she did anything to her, I was just curious if you thought maybe it was a possibility she could have still come back and got her and even had her safe somewhere with her and made her leave with her that night.
That's what I was thinking. It seemed like she probably just took it. But
yeah.
I don't know if she got life insurance, but I mean, child, I've been racking my brain for a long time. So.
Yeah.
Yep, Trina.
Mm-hmm.
But I hope, I hope the best, and I hope she is out there safe somewhere, just wanting to be with her peers or, whatever. And I hope that she's safe, but she has no money. There's been no sign of her or anything like that. Is there anything I can personally do right now to help you that you can think of? I mean, it's your daughter. Is there anything that I can say or do to, if she hears this, is there anything
This
that
broke my heart.
Want to say to her?
Yeah, we just keep putting the word out. At the end of the day, my daughter is very, very bold, and adventurous. And what I want to say is, a lot of times she felt like she wasn't loved, and that ain't the case. At least not with me. I can't speak for Miranda or that whole side of the family, but when she was with me, it was all good. The whole family was all good. Yeah. Everybody still contact me about it was all good. So even if you listen to Lori or whatever it is, at the end of the day, we talk all the time. We talk all the time. Like, just choices. Sometimes you make good choices. Sometimes you make bad choices. But, at the end of the day, we still try to move on. And people do love you out here. People do care about you out here, Otherwise, we wouldn't be doing what we're doing. We wouldn't be doing a search. Or, I wouldn't be talking to the police all the time just to try to figure out what's going on, So if you're listening, come home. Because at the end of the day, all you're doing is, I don't know, you just come home. Just come home, get hugs, kisses. We go on vacation. We do some YouTube stuff. We turn up and we figure out, how to move forward. And if I did something, or if I have made you feel unwanted or unloved, then that is not the case. Because I do love you. I do cherish you. My only daughter, my baby. And at the end of the day, I want to see what you see. I always want to see what you see, regardless of what it was. Whether it was school, whether you wanted to be a YouTuber, whether you wanted to be a doctor, whether all the crazy, exciting things you wanted to do, I was always there to support you. So, yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I don't know if you know this. Well, I know you don't know it. This is the first time I've ever talked to you. But I will say this to Lori, and I'm going to say it to you, and I've said it to my people before. I had, as a younger person, when I was younger, I had a cousin that ran away from home. And Lori, I'm telling you, your dad loves you. Your dad loves you. I can tell it in his voice. My cousin ran away from home, from Nashville, Tennessee, when we lived there. She tried to go be with her boyfriend. She ended up in California. Her boyfriend
and her dad
ended up leaving her, and
her
going
dad
back
took
home.
her life.
She stayed, but she wasn't so lucky.
He
She
was
ended
just
up on the
arrested
couch
Friday.
asleep with some people in the back bedroom. They come in, shot her in the head. She was covered up asleep, but they didn't want to leave any witnesses, long story short, to whatever the deal was going on there. And that was my aunt's only daughter. And listen, I don't want that to happen to you, Lori. Please listen to your dad. It's not worth it if you've run away. Please get in touch with your dad, your mom, as bad as you might not want to, your grandmother, whoever. Lori, please, if you're out there safe somewhere, don't be scared to go back home. And Andrew, I really appreciate you talking to me. You have my number now. This is my real, true phone number. And you call me or text me anytime if there's anything I can do. And I will be up in Tallahassee at some point. And I already have flyers made for Lori here, sitting here on my desk. The Tallahassee Police Department number that y'all can call if you know anything about Lori Page is 891-4200. And the FBI, I guess that's the FBI number, is 800-634-4097. Lori, you are not in any trouble, honey. There's people who love you and miss you, and listen to your dad, please.
What a piece of shit.
If there's anything else I can do for you, Andrew, you let me know, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Well, I'm going to let you get off of here, and I thank you so much for talking with me and taking this time out to do so.
Thank you for reaching out.
All right. Thank you, hon. You have a good night, okay?
You too.
All right. Bye-bye. What a piece of shit. What a piece of shit. Of course, we didn't know, or I didn't know then. I didn't know then what a piece of shit he was. At all. And then looking back, when I'm looking at this, hold on, let's see. I had it a while ago, my thing closed up. Okay, hold on. Jesus, Lord, I hate this. Okay, so immediately when I reached out, February 18th, 2024, he immediately sent me his phone number. Immediately. You know, whatever, whatever I had wrote him or whatever, immediately he had sent me his phone number. So when I went up there, and found out he had moved and his email was changed. Couldn't get in touch with him because I think his little bud there that come running around the apartment building, in my opinion, knew damn well Lori was already unalive and always was calling him, giving him the heads up now, thinking back, looking hindsight's 2020, giving him the lowdown on, if police was around there or if anybody was around there or any of that. And giving him the heads up. And that's when I called the worker or the detective that was working specifically on this case, and she was stunned. Yeah, I feel like he was running too, but they still had their eyes on him. For those coming in, yeah, you did. But for those coming in, they did find Lori Page, and they did arrest her father on second-degree murder charges. More charges may be coming. Thank you. Hello, Kiki. And, I just found the statement he made to Smiley very odd. When Smiley asked him, is there anything he wants to say? It was odd to me. Yeah, very odd. Now looking back, it was very odd. At first, I just felt very sorry for him. At first, I just took him at his word. And I just felt very sorry for him, I just felt very sorry for him. And, he had her allegedly since she was 5 years old. I guess that explains a lot if he's telling the truth. Allegedly, her mom's been Baker acted many, many times. Again, if you go on there and track down her mom, you'll see the videos she made and stuff. She was even on Nancy Grace, and it was just unbelievable. The neighbor seems to think they were both in it together. I have no idea, but I know that they arrested her father. Yeah, they found his Google search had remote bodies of water for Georgia and Alabama. And so that was like, about less than an hour away. So, yeah. But I don't believe him. Looking back, it didn't really dawn on me at that time. But looking back now, they didn't spray his house. What is he talking about?
I'd be willing to bet, and I could be wrong, but I'd be willing to bet they didn't spray his house down with luminol. I bet that's one reason why he moved, too, to try to get the heck out of Dodge before they did decide that that's what they wanted to do. But I don't think that they ever did that because they assumed she was a runaway, and that's what he was counting on. That's what he was heavily counting on because she had ran away before, but she loved school so much, she was even willing to go to school the next day barefooted and just show up at school and go to school and get an education because she loved school so much. You know? Again, that girl wasn't running away. If she was, she'd have just turned right back up at school, in my opinion. This is going to be a sad, long, drawn-out thing. Let me see something here. Uh-oh. I don't know what that is. I don't know what some of these are. I think that was all. Let's see. I had when I talked to him after that, too, but I don't know what I did with it, honestly. Studio. Here's just a news piece. If for y'all that didn't know, let me just play this. But I think that's all of them. I did have one more video where I spoke with the father after he moved and after I went up there, but I'm going to have to find it again, and I will. Just hold on. I won't find it today, but let me play this for those that didn't see it. So hold on just a minute.
Summer is coming. Is your air conditioner prepared? Staying cool and comfortable is not negotiable.
Yesterday.
Try Lawson
He was
Heating
arrested
AC
yesterday.
Services. Proudly serving customers throughout Leon, Ocala, and Jefferson County. Our team of dedicated technicians delivers top-notch customer service to ensure our clients are satisfied with our work, no matter how big or small. Trust our many years of experience in the industry to anticipate all your HVAC problems. Stay cool and visit Lawson Heating and AC Services.
And this is WCTV.
Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Julie Montanaro. Jacob has the night off. Tallahassee police make a stunning announcement just 2 hours ago. Lori Page's remains were found in Thomas County. She was last seen in 2023, and in the following days, weeks, and months, flyers and posters went up. The FBI raising the stakes on the search, putting up billboards and offering a reward. People all across the area asking the same question: where is Lori Page? Today, we finally got some answers to that question. Our team coverage of Lori Page's discovery, spearheaded by Abrea Ruffin and Matt Hoffman. Let's begin at TPD headquarters. Matt, break down what the police shared today.
Yeah, good evening, Julie. You know, this is a case that has made
22
changes
months,
here at TPD headquarters when it comes to how they deal with missing children, and that case
Not
may
yet,
now
Trina,
have a resolution. Tallahassee's police chief announcing criminal charges against Lori Page's father, Andrew Wiley. In a hastily arranged press conference, TPD said they were able to locate Page's remains after a controlled burn opened up an area known as the Plantation. A secondary search of that part of rural Thomas County, Georgia, this week led to the remains.
Lori deserves a safe home and a full life. While today's arrest will never bring her back, it does bring us one step closer to justice.
Page's case has gripped Tallahassee and many who have followed her case online since her disappearance in 2023. Police said that while her father had always remained a suspect, they didn't have enough evidence until the crime lab was able to confirm her remains this week following that search. Wiley is now charged with second-degree murder. The case will now proceed to court where the allegations haven't yet been tested. If we do hear back from State Attorney Jack Campbell, we will make sure to bring that to you online and, of course, on our app. For now, outside TPD headquarters, I'm Matt Hoffman, WCTV Eyewitness News.
Okay, Matt, thank you so much. Lori Page was last seen June 3rd, 2023 on Continental Court. That area is near San Luis Mission Park, one of the first places that police and volunteers started searching for her. Abrea Ruffin is there right now and continues our team coverage tonight. Abrea, walk us through these past 2 years of investigation and searching.
Julie, this is where many people, investigators, police, and citizens started their search for Lori Page, though she was found over an hour away. About 90 Tallahassee police and TFD staff searched 64 acres of the park. This is video of one of the searches since she was reported missing, with teams checking this area even a year after. TPD also deployed a dive team at Lake Esther, a pond here at this park. It was the first time TPD has sent a dive team to the lake to search for her in an official capacity. According to TPD, the divers came up empty-handed. Police shared details of their investigation today. They say in early 2024, the story Lori's father started to show inconsistencies, the story that he gave. Detectives say they found searches on his phone about remote bodies of water in Alabama and Georgia. TPD says information led them to a remote area of Thomas County, and they didn't find anything there. But a prescribed burn just days ago revealed human remains, and they were identified as Lori Page. That brings us to today with the announcement of Lori Page's death and the arrest of her father. And of course, one of the loudest voices advocating for Lori, her middle school teacher. She was, of course, too shaken up today to speak with us. For now, live in Tallahassee, Abrea Ruffin, WCTV Eyewitness News.
Yeah, certainly, these are devastating answers. Thank you, Abrea.
Yeah, I imagine
to
her
get notified
teacher
about new developments in this case and how the community remembers Lori, we invite you to download our WCTV News app. You can scan the code.
Okay, I bet her teacher is so sad. Monday, April 4th, or is it Monday? Well, anyway, the 14th, whatever day that's on, April 14th, she would have been turning 14 years old. She was 12 years old when this happened. 12 years old. It's sad. So very sad. So I'm just glad that they did find her and she can have the proper burial now, and she don't have to lay there and, be out there somewhere. She can have the proper burial. Thank you, Andy. I'll see you later, honey. Thank you. I'm glad you caught alive. And, she can get, or, her family, the ones that are not involved, absolutely can get closure. But again, there is no winners in this case. Absolutely. And, all that time that her mom, for whatever reason, had to miss with her, if she don't have anything to do with this, and her grandma, and it's just one dysfunctional thing after another. Her teachers, her friends, it's just unbelievable. We will follow up on everything that happens on this. And yes, someone asked me earlier, will I follow up with the court case? Yes, I absolutely will. Since I'm right down the road, you may can expect me to show up there. Yeah. You never know what you might expect out of me. You never know what you might expect out of me. Don't be surprised what you might expect out of me, literally. This one pretty much hit pretty close to home. And just don't be surprised at anything that I do or get the whim to do or decide to do, or, just wake up one morning and get it in my head that I'm going to do. Because that's just who I am. It's just who I am. And it's just what I'm going to do, and nobody's going to tell me any different not to. That's who I am. Period. Whether I was on here or never on here, and you never saw my face on here, I'm going to do what I'm going to do. Period. That's just who I am. But yes, I will keep you up to date on this. And as soon as I find out if the computers are working, when his next court date is, yes, I would, I will let y'all know. This has not been an easy one. Not been an easy one. Thank you, everyone, for who all came in here. Thank you for the ones that dropped memberships, gave anything to help support this channel. Just give your thumbs up. I appreciate anything, and I appreciate y'all being here. I love you all, and just continue to have a good day. Continue to pray for Sebastian and all the other lost children, and hopefully we'll get some answers. Thank you so much, Annabella. Love you. Have a good night at work. Love you all. Yeah, I wonder too, Val. I'm almost scared to ask. Love you all. Y'all have a great day. Talk to you later. Bye.